Sixers fans, what's up? Welcome back. First things first, I just want to let you guys know I'm going to be streaming tonight, 7:30, probably going to be like an hour from now, depending on when this video drops. I'm making it like 6 o'clock, so I'll be streaming Game 2. I missed the first half of Game 1 because I had work. Thank God I missed first half of Game 1. I would have been throwing things, but I want to talk about what to expect for Game 2, what I am looking forward to most, and I'm going to make this a quick video, kind of like a pre-game video, you know what I mean? Let's talk about Sixers basketball together, and then let's talk about the game together live streaming at 7:30. I'll be there, so come up on YouTube, hang out with the guys, hang out with me, guess the Sixers score right, and Sixers process jersey will be shipped your way. I want to say that I think initially we're not going to be seeing Danny Green on Trae Young. I would hope to believe that we're not going to. I'm curious to see if Danny Green starts. I haven't seen anything up until this point if Danny's going to start or if my Matisse Thybulle prediction starting Game 2 will come to fruition and we'll see Tease in the starting lineup with Ben. Personally, I really think Matisse Thybulle is just the better player to be rolled out in a starting lineup. But I'm not saying I think Matisse Thybulle deserves to get more minutes than Danny Green, because I don't think so. I think Danny Green is a guy who, especially if he comes out and shoots the ball well, will demand playing time, and I'm here for that. And Danny Green is a good defender, guys. I know he did not have a great first half against Trae Young, but that's a really hard matchup for anybody to be going out and expected to guard of a guy like Trae Young, and especially for Danny Green, who is just not the quickest guy laterally anymore. And so I think Danny Green is a good defender, and I think Danny Green is still going to get his playing time. But I think Matisse Thybulle would be an interesting start just because his absolute defensive energy and the fact that he actually shot the ball really well in the first game. I think he had 10 points and hit 2 threes. So, I mean, if Matisse Thybulle is doing that, I don't see why not. You know what I mean? I think this game is going to start with our defensive scheme on Trae Young. I liked what the Sixers did in the fourth quarter by trapping Trae Young and kind of forcing other players to make shots. I think it bit us in the butt a couple of times. It gave some open shots to some pretty good shooters. And Atlanta is a good shooting team. I know they shot to the freaking moon Game 1, and I am not expecting that percentage to be the same. But at the same time, it's a good shooting team, and they're going to be shooting 40%, around 40%, if you're going to give them wide open threes. And so there needs to be better perimeter defense on the Sixers' part. I think I'm really excited to see the offense again, because I think they're going to go to Joel Embiid early and often, as they damn well should, because that man is the most dominant player in the series. He had 39 points, and it seems like a quiet 39 to me, too, which is wild to say because he only almost dropped 40. I also think they're going to go to Tobias Harris more than they did in Game 1. I think that was a problem that Doc had, and I just think the offensive schemes weren't exploiting the mismatches that we had throughout the whole game. What I said before this series is what separates Philadelphia and Atlanta is the fact that Atlanta doesn't have anybody that can successfully guard Tobias Harris and even Ben Simmons, really. Clint Capella is a pretty good defender, but he can't guard Embiid. But the thing with Tobias Harris is, like, the Hawks don't have anyone that can slow him down. I mean, he is such a versatile power forward in the modern day of the NBA, and I think it really gives the Sixers a big-time advantage on the offensive end. And I think Tobias Harris took advantage of his mismatches every single time he had the opportunity to in Game 1, but the thing is, we just didn't go to him often, and I felt like I just felt like we could have done a lot more with those mismatches. Solomon Hill has no right to guard Tobias Harris in any facet of an NBA game. John Collins, I just don't think fits well on guarding Tobias Harris, and I think that's their best possible matchup they can ask for. Danilo Gallinari can't guard a fly, let alone guard Tobias Harris. Atlanta struggles defensively, and we need to take advantage of the mismatches that we have. And Ben Simmons is another one. I think Ben Simmons did a pretty good job, from what I saw, taking advantage of the mismatch of Bogdanovic on him. I mean, there's no way in hell. I mean, when Ben Simmons is moving in transition and Bogdan is moving backwards and running backwards, Ben Simmons is going to just move direction on him, and it's an N1, and it's an easy blow-by every single time. I mean, Ben Simmons really took advantage of that. He had 17 and 10. It was a pretty good game, actually. The only damn thing is free throws, man. 1 of 6. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's just like, Ben, you got to hit your free throws, dude. What happened to early on this year when you were shooting near 70% for a pretty good stretch of the NBA season? I mean, it's frustrating. It just shows how much of Ben Simmons is in Ben Simmons' head, and it's just like, bro, just relax, play the game of basketball that you've been playing all your life and that you love so much, and just let the game come to you. You don't have to force this. You don't have to become this three-point god. Just hit your free throws, dude. Just get out of your head. So that frustrates me a little bit, and it hurts Philadelphia as a team. And I think if he made his free throws, we probably would have won that game, right? I mean, point differential is 4. I mean, we just didn't hit free throws at all. If we could hit free throws as a freaking team, we'll be fine. But I think the Sixers are going to be pretty good. I think they're going to come out a little harder than they did game 1, just defensively. I mean, offensively, the Sixers were fine. Seth Curry had a great game. Mostly everybody on the team played pretty well offensively except Danny Green, and I'm not worried about that because, first of all, he's our 5th option in the starting 5, and second of all, he's just a shooter. Shooters shoot. Shooters are going to make buckets. Shooters are going to miss buckets. They have had games like this all year round. This isn't the first time Danny's gone over in a game. You know what I mean? It's watch he comes back tomorrow or tonight, and shoot the lights out. You never know with Danny Green. I'm never going to tell him not to shoot the ball because he's a shooter. Shooters shoot. So I'm not worried about the offense. I'm just worried about how we're going to handle Trae Young, and I think we showed a pretty good conceptual idea in the fourth quarter of how we're going to handle him throughout the series, and I think that's exactly what we have to do from the very, very beginning. We have to make Atlanta's other players beat us. We cannot let Trae Young get to the rim at will and get open shots at will and go under screens over at the three-point line for Danny Green over and over again, letting Trae Young get wide open threes. We just cannot let that happen. I mean, it's just not going to work out, Sixers fans. So I'm excited to see how defensively we come out tonight, and I'm just really excited to watch the game. So 7:30, I'll be streaming. Come hang out. We'll have fun. Peace.